There are quite a lot of smartwatches with GPS available on the market, but it seems to get something that's reasonable that you can export the data from. You have to spend in the 100 to from basic Garmin 4 and $120, 120 euros, right up to $230 euros for something such as an Apple smartwatch, which is a fairly capable device. But you may have noticed that there's a lot of Chinese manufacturers making things like fitness bands and their own watches. For example, Huawei on a band has a GPS. You've got to be careful. Some of these bands say they have a GPS, but they're actually using the GPS that's on the phone. But something like the Huawei Band 3 has a built-in GPS. The problem is, a lot of these are walled gardens. You can't get to the data. So, is the holy grail of a smartwatch with a cheap Chinese, or cheap anything, but cheap smartwatch with export to Strava or Google Fit or whatever? Is that possible? Does that exist? One item came to mind, or came into my radar. It looks quite a lot like an Apple Watch, and I believe they've had some trouble with the first version of this. And this is the Makibes BR3, or the P1C as it's also known. And it says it's available in an Italian warehouse, so if you're in Europe that means no nasty import charges to pay, and it should be delivered quickly. 41 euros and €1.98 for DHL delivery. Is that possible? I look at it, it looks pretty cool actually. So I'm going to order one of these and see if it actually works as a fitness watch for tracking your activities and uploading them into Strava, Google Fit or whatever. Ordered this BR3 smartwatch from Geek Buying on Friday, and it's Monday and it's already arrived. Ordered it from I'm based in Europe, so I ordered it from the Italian warehouse where they had them in stock. That avoids any problems with customs. So I'm going to unbox it. So it's very light, the packet. See if there's actually anything in there. It's very well packed anyway. And then there's another package there. It's certainly, and then here we go. It's quite a small box. Power sports watch. Ah, there we go. Stickers either side. Now it should come out. So what do you get in the box? You get a watch, and you get a cradle. I've heard these cradles are a little bit fragile, so you've got to be careful with clips, but and you get something to plug it into a computer to charge it. So now we need to install the app. You can't do a great deal on the phone without an app, and here is the instructions, or here are the instructions, and well, I can't read a thing, so I'm going to have a look with this that's better, magnifying glass. And it says to download Zero Health Pro, fire up Play Store. There we go, Zero Health Pro, it's found it. 2.9, it's not, they're never very high, these Chinese apps. Over 100,000 downloads. Let's install that. So we're in the sign up, and they want to know your age, your height. I don't know whether I should fill in genuine information here. I'll just put a load of old nonsense in there. Let's see if it can see the watch. Yeah, it's found it. So that's pretty straightforward. It's trying to connect. And it succeeded. You get this little cradle to charge it, and it's got 6 points here, which correspond to 6 points here. I'm not sure why it needs 6 points exactly, and it's got kind of there isn't really a clip. People have talked about clips. Maybe there is, yeah, a little clip. So you basically you have to be careful, because it seems, reading the reviews, just push it down gently, and if we go back, you'll see it's charging, and takes at least half an hour to charge the watch. So we're going to do a walk. Slide that across, select walk, select start, click go, searching for GPS, and there you go, you got the GPS signal. So it took a little bit of time, about a minute to get that. The activity's been saved, so let's see if we can sync this with the phone app. Slide down here to get it to sync with the phone. There we go, it's refreshing. Takes a while to get the data. It says 100%, but it's still doing some. Now it says sync success. Okay. What have we got here? We've got a mountaineering activity. That was a ski tour I did a couple of days ago. And bowling, that's interesting, whatever bowling is. Speed walking, there we go. So it was walking basically. I went for a little walk to go and fetch my car. Let's have a look at this mountaineering one, just to show you what the app can do. 12.5 kilometers, 3 hours, and if you click here, it will show you where you went. Draws a little map on Google Maps, and this, you can see what the heart rate was during that activity. I don't know if the exact figures are right. It takes samples every say 5-10 minutes. It draws a nice smooth graph, but it doesn't take samples every second like say some activity trackers or heart rate belts do. So you can see during the climb I was at around about 150, which seems reasonable. Then there was a little descent here, another climb, descent, and a final climb. So that seems to match with the activity. You can see the zones. 31 minutes fat burning. That's not going to do too much, but 63 minutes extreme. Probably need to be going a bit less extreme. Again, I don't know how it's decided these zones, how it's calculated my maximum heart rate. Maybe on the age I entered, which is a very imprecise way of doing things. I'll see if I can get some more info. Pace, I think that's skewed a bit by these outliers here, so that's not particularly useful. Okay, we'll come back to the activity du jour, which is a speed walking, and it's actually combined 2 activities. So this is the one that I just did, and if we go in there, so that's what it's recorded. Zoom in a little bit, and that looks about right. So a couple of kilometers. Now what it should do is sync this with Strava. So it's taken quite a while, about 5 minutes, but you can see a little Strava icon has appeared just there, and that means it's finally synced. So we go over to Strava, and there's your data in Strava. So it does work as a Strava watch. You have to be a bit patient. Kind of problems, it seems like you've got to go into the activity to get it to sync. I'm not sure about that, I need to do some more testing. And one thing I noticed, if you look on the overview, you can see it's showing the elevation here, it's a little descending walk, but that's data that's been calculated by Strava, because Strava's got a database of grid points and the altitudes at those points. The GPS itself, as I'll show you in a minute, doesn't record elevation. That's not totally uncommon with some of these GPS sport watches. I don't know why they do that. And the other thing you don't get is heart rate information, because heart rate monitor only samples every, say, 5 or 10 minutes or so, and it doesn't include that information in the GPS file. It could do, it doesn't. It would be a bit steppy anyway if it was taking 5-minute samples. Maybe it's a power problem, because it uses very bright LEDs which probably suck up quite a lot of power.